Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Vampire Slave. Last time we attended this gala, I believe, because we're trying to find out the location of Johan, some vampire that, how did I forget his name? Some vampire that we've sired, and so it's our responsibility to put him out of his misery. So this is how you live? Tuxedos and fancy parties like you see in old movies? Every word is laced with ire, but his curiosity about me is genuine. Not really. I wasn't planning to attend this gala. I'm too busy. The truth is, my days are filled with work. Building blood hotels? Among other things. The more places available for vampires to feed legally, the less of a need for them to victimize people. I'm sure you make a pretty penny. I'm not motivated by money. Sure you aren't. Yeah. That's what all the CEOs say. You're the one CEO that's not motivated by money? Maybe he's telling the truth. He's a vampire. I don't know. Maybe he's the one honest CEO. Aren't you? My goal is a world where vampires and mortals can live together in peace. Huh. Oops. It starts with a treaty between vampires and Jakarta. It's kind of hard to sign a treaty with creatures we've sworn to destroy. Your charter is outdated and long overdue for a change. Shut the F up. A vampire just killed my mom. If anything, we should be declaring war. Please, no, I beg you. He let my words permeate him. His face softens. At least I can hold out hope he didn't mean what he said. Johan kills 100 people a night. Just like you used to. I never killed that many people in a single night. Trust me, I got close, but not quite that many. That's a lie. I'd been greedy many times during my existence. But this was all prehistory. Not even Jakarta knows of how evil I'd once been. And there's nothing between Dusty and I to warrant confiding in him. You killed plenty. True. Who is this? I guess a random person? Thalos, darling, it's been too long. Madam Poe, you look beautiful. And you look happy. It does my heart good to see it. Who is this with you? A new lover, I hope? Am I just known for always getting these young 20-year-old lovers even though I'm like 30,000 years old? Oh god. Dusty, my boyfriend. Like, this is creepy, right? The cover story is awkward now, but I'm sure Madam Poe knows who he really is. Dusty resists grimacing at the introduction. Oh, you did find someone then. How marvelous. You are so lonely. Do be good to him, Dusty. He's a sentimental one. Our Thalos. His heart can break so easily. Call me sometime and let's catch up. Absolutely, dear. You didn't ask her about Johan. She won't know anything. I'm not seeing any viable contacts on the... How long have you been single? Is this important right now? Too long. Was it really that hard for you to find someone? Not hard. I love how the tense music is playing over this. Not hard, complicated. I'm not compatible with any of the vampires who share my values for a variety of reasons. That leaves mortals. Most don't know that vampires exist. Even when they learn of us, they don't comprehend the intricacies of our kind. Of me in particular. It can be difficult to justify taking a lover who has such little power in the relationship. What are you talking about? My concerns are foolish to you because you're part of the same world as me. You don't know how hard it is to initiate a true outsider to turn their world upside down. Vampires have always been a reality in your life. And there it was. I'd just given myself clarity on the appeal of Dusty. In nearly all ways that mattered, he was both my equal and my peer. We were natives of the same underworld. There was also the fact that I was busy with work. I wouldn't have been a good partner to someone because I had so little time to spare. You have time now. But I'm with you now. No, you're not. I legitimately didn't mean to imply what he assumed. The hope for us was so eradicated in my heart that I spoke without considering it, yet he's still preoccupied with this. I meant Jagarin. I can't be in a relationship while I'm a prisoner and a slave. Right. Keep in mind that I meant slave as in servant, not some S&M bondage thing. Are you joking with me? He looks away, embarrassed and angry at himself. I want to reassure him. Of course he'd grow comfortable with me quickly. That was the nature of our sacred connection. You don't need to be on guard, Dusty. You made our arrangement perfectly clear on the plane. I will respect your boundaries. Huh? Why'd he put his bangs over his face? Huh. Let's go talk to Michael, over there. Fine. The orchestra has received a special request by Madame Poe. Here is Vienna blood for Thalos and his new boyfriend, Dusty. What the hell? There's no doubt that Madame Poe knows who Dusty is now. She's being vindictive. They expect us to dance? We don't have to. Let me just... No, it's fine. Uh-oh, wacky moments when we're on a sitcom pretending to be a couple. Now we have to really try to fake it in front of everybody, I guess. I freeze with my glare locked on him. I hadn't allowed myself to dream of a dance with Dusty because such thoughts had been painful. But it's fine. Fine. What was he playing at? Let's dance. It's a waltz. Do you know? I know how to waltz. I used to waltz with my mom all the time. I brace myself with a deep breath and lead him onto the dance floor. I can't comprehend his motives. Dusty made it clear that I dare not even think about touching him, much less dancing. I'd accepted my burgeoning feelings would remain forever unrequited, but now he would have us. Uh-oh. Damn. Why is he saying damn? Whoa, look at his nails. I don't know about those. Do they come out all sort of gray silver like that, or does he have to paint them on like that? He's so confused. Wait, he's so confused me. Okay, yeah, he's so confused me. I'd forgotten what happens when master and servant touch. Our hands connect, and the sacred rapport is magnified tenfold, taking half of the strength from my legs. I'm ravaged by a sensual flutter in my core, and by a surge of euphoric bliss. I'd experienced the same with familiars before him, but had it ever been this potent, this staggering? Time stopped, and only the two of us existed in the universe. This sentiment comes off like an uninspired song lyrics, yet there was no more apt way to describe it. I tried so hard to distance myself from my desire for this man, and now I'm forced to endure this traumatic intimacy. Why must fate be so cruel to me? I didn't bite him on purpose. The look in Dusty's eyes tells me he suffered the same dizzying excitement. To his credit, he recovers fast and proceeds with the waltz. I see his throat bob with a gulp, and his eyes avoid my own. During the quiet moments at the start, I thought of how beautiful this would have been if Dusty were an enthusiastic and willing familiar. Perhaps Milo would have been just as sweet, though it's hard to fathom that. I might have embraced this pleasure, if only it hadn't gone all wrong. Now the silence grows awkward. I clear my throat to break it. As long as you understand that it doesn't mean anything, then there's no point to me suffering. I blink. Suffering. Suffering from wanting to be close to you, and not being able to. That's the curse you put on me. F. That's what motivated him. He seeks to alleviate his longing for me, with no regard to how this devastates me. How is this fair? How is this right? He's sticking his bare ass through the brick wall I've been forbidden to breach. Huh? What kind of metaphor is that? That's not a meta... You've been alive 30,000 years and that's the best you can do for a metaphor? The comedy of that image is unintentional. I simply put the way I feel taunted into words. I am a gay vampire after all. You realize you're turning this into a curse for me also, since we can never grow closer. You deserve to be cursed. That did it. I was hurt, horny, hungry, cranky, and I mentioned horny, and I lashed out before I could stop myself. How long are you going to punish me, Dusty? I was trying to save a life. What did you expect, vamp? His quick retort makes me swallow down a mouthful of ire. You turned me into an obsessed fanboy stalker for you, but it can't ever turn to something real because you're a scumbag vampire. I'm never going to love you. All I can do is try to take the edge off. Checked again, and it stung less now. This new master manipulated me effortlessly. I can't even argue with his deliberate cruelty towards me. His logic was sound. Well, soon enough, he's gonna be saying that he just has to ride our D for a little bit, but he's not gonna let us, CUM. And that's all to just torture us, and so he can get relief. But it's just gonna be it's a slippery slope until eventually he's just a little CUM pig. We could be friends, Dusty. Mom always said never get attached to a vampire. It just makes them harder to kill later. Except you can't kill me. Your organization has tried before, for decades. Even I don't know how to kill me. Couldn't you make an exception? Because I'm your familiar? Yes, and because we must work together. You never made a friend with a vampire at the university. Professors don't fraternize with the students, especially not at a prestigious school like that. And stop reminding me that I've lost a chance to finish my degree. No, I refuse to add that to my list of crimes against him. He'd go back to school. After we'd finished with Johann, just as Dalton said. You could use a friend like me right now, Dusty. The longing, aching sigh betrays all the shrewdness he was trying to broadcast. The longer we're here together, the more his defenses fray. It becomes harder for him to hide his response to my presence by the minute. Quit trying to seduce me, vamp. My eyes widen. I wasn't. Push. I'm busy being offended by the accusation when I realize his sly grin. He was joking with me again. Still, I'm not pursuing you that way, Dusty. Please believe me. You made it clear that my advances are not. Bull crap, the second you touched my hand, you sent me to La La Land. That happens automatically between familiars and... Shut up, you're so obvious. Horny old vampire creep. More joking. You dress like this even when you're not at a gala. You're constantly on the make. What does that mean? No one just wakes up looking like that. Do you have a butler dress you or something? What exactly are you going for? Goth pimp? I purse my lips to resist engaging him. It's clear that the mostly harmless ribbing is only acceptable when he's dishing and I'm taking. While it's an encouraging signal, I dare not spar with him in kind. He can flaunt his power over me at any moment, and knock me back down to my proper place beneath him. I experienced his vicious tongue enough on the plane to fear it. Yes, my pride is that easily wounded, as is my heart, which is now in the hands of a fickle man, who sees no reason to handle it with care. Thoroughly bested, I try to lose myself to the dance. He's not the only one who can seek refuge from their suffering. Dusty keeps in step with me, effortlessly matching the rhythm. His body is close enough to mine for me to feel his warmth, to smell the hint of his cologne. It's the same pleasant sandalwood aftershave Kassem wears. I become wholly and helplessly enraptured. I can't fault myself for what I feel, only my actions, which I shall control. There's no way I could suppress the gushing warmth in my middle, the heady rapture of tasting the air expelled from his breath. Even without the hope of a relationship, I'm utterly beset by him. Who taught you how to waltz so well, you enchanting man? Alright. Truly, Jagerin. Should I be pronouncing it Jagerin? I'm almost certain I should be pronouncing it Jagerin. Because it's supposed to be like German for hunter, I think? The truly Jagerin has devised the most impressive torture for me yet. Horny torture. The one torture they never wanted to try. The vampire we need to speak to is Williams. I had the desk call up to his room. He'll receive us. Good, let's go. By us, I mean Dusty and me. No one else. No dice. He'll be more likely to talk if there's fewer people. You're not taking Dusty up there alone. Just a minute. Our primary mission is to keep you safe. Our mission is to find out where Johann is. There's no danger here. Says the vampire. You'd make a hell of a valuable hostage, Dusty. Except that Jaeger never negotiates with vampires, and you'll murder every one of us in this building if I betray you. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about whatever dickhole vampire you're going to see. It's pleasing to know a Jaegerin operative is not worried about me. I'd gone from rabid badger to domesticated cat in the span of 200 years. I don't need an effing chaperone. I've had more than enough training. Let's see what General Dalton says. I'm in charge of this mission. You two can wait outside the door. Done. Let's go. If you let something happen to Dusty, these aren't the only vampires we plan on killing. You guys have a problem. I'm well aware of your... Everyone at your college dies, too. I know. The two of you need to stay out of sight. 10 minutes. I have our people watching the balcony. Come in. Woman? Thalos, darling! Elana, Noma. Enjoy your canapes, ladies. I'll be just a moment. Ah. My, can it be that you finally found a lover, Thalos? This is Dusty. I'm Dusty Hallbrook. I know, dear lad, but Thalos can attest that I'm always happy to play along. This is Williams, Dusty. Well, the music. Frederick Williams, the vampire banker. Marvelous. You've done your homework. Take your food into the kitchenette, my dears. Go and feast for a while. Build up those platelets for me. Platelets. Took me a second. Oh, sure. Isn't it so awesome when he just bites your neck and sucks out all your blood? It turns me on so much. I'm gonna give him so many good red blood cells.
I'll close the door.
Have you gotten us a treaty, Thalos? I'm working on it. You're safe, Fred. Johan's the one we're after. What a sad state of affairs when a vampire must work with the hunters to go after one of our own. He must be destroyed. He's ruining everything we've worked for. I say we for the benefit of Dusty. William's never been part of my sect. I'm not entirely sure where he stands. I know this.
Why are you doing business with him?
You've got a lot of nerve to ask that without a treaty in place. You want my help? Get rid of the stake with my names on it. All in good time, Fred, please. Where is he? You know what's worse than getting staked? Writhing in Johan's sunroom for the rest of my existence.
He'll never get the chance. Our entire organization is focused on dusting him.
He means it, Fred. Johan killed Deborah. Damn, I had no idea. I commend him for hiding his joy in front of her son. This is off the record. You never spoke to me. Don't go mentioning my name in any damn Jaegerin emails. I'll see to it that they don't. Jakarta. Nama Palsu. Jakarta's all I know. Now if you'll excuse me, my food's getting cold.
Is that a place?
The troops will head back to New York. Your team can move to Jakarta for reconnaissance. We'll continue our next move when you get back. What about the vampire? My status beneath them is reiterated each time they refer to me in third person. He's coming back with us. Not yet. I know where to look in Jakarta. You can tell us. I have contacts in the city who will only speak to me. Bullcrap. What if it's not?
It's dangerous to travel with him.
I'm not a danger to any of you. Isn't that clear by now? We could lose him. I could have escaped already if I wanted to. You have leverage over me. I say he comes with us. If we hit a dead end in Jakarta because we need him, it'll be a wasted trip. You better prove you're valuable to the mission as you claim. I just got you Johan's location. He's not going to attack us, and I won't let him escape. We'll verify the lead in Jakarta and head back with him to the base. Randy, Sarah, you good with this? He's the boss. Coordinate with Carlos to get your flights for tomorrow. The rest of you move out. These guys just hate us.
I'm exhausted.
At least we didn't have to get a hotel somewhere else. Thanks for the sweet vamp. I don't consider vamp a slur, despite that being his intention. I've been called far worse. You're welcome. Are we? Yes. This is a normal hotel as well as a blood one.
Pity we can't kill a few vampires while we're here. Joking.
Hey, the minibar is full. You're welcome to order room service.
Let's get dinner.
You two can have this room. I'll set up in the other bedroom. Take a look at the menu first.
Hold it, vampire. Let's see your wrists.
What? Oh. She brandishes the silver cross shackles. The symbols of my imprisonment cause a lurch in my stomach each time I see them. At least without them I could forget about the torture they had planned for me. But I need to shower and dress myself.
You think you're just going to wander out of sight while you're able to transform?
He's not going to run. The shackles aren't practical right now.
Sure thing.
Thank you. Thanks for the sweets.
Looks like they're getting closer. Why is this hallway is this like hallway from The Shining? What's going on? Looks creepy as hell.
It's time for you to tell us what you know. We can't go into this blind. I heard Johan bought a garment factory in Jakarta in the 1950s, in the Nama Palsu sub-district.
Is this it?
Yes, in the center, one building in.
Damn, these satellite photos are 3 years old.
You think he still owns the factory? Most likely. 70 years isn't too much to a vampire. We tend to maintain our holdings long term.
True.
A factory is a good setup to kill 100 people at night.
Jakarta isn't the sort of city where you could get away with that for long.
Unless he's bringing in people from other islands. It should only be a 4-hour flight. We'll leave in the morning, snoop around, head home. Where the hell is Jakarta? We should plan to spend a night there, watching the factory. This looks like indoor parking for a mall across the street. We could set up for reconnaissance there. We could also pick out some new clothes for all of us. I love shopping. That's way too close. Is it?
We don't know what kind of security net he has, and we're going to stick out as foreigners in Indonesia. Let's just confirm these satellite photos for a strike and get out.
But he might not be there. We need to see people being delivered. That will happen in the evening. The evening is when all his vampire thugs are active. You don't think they'd watch the lot across the street?
We need to be sure that this is the right place, or going in there is pointless. This is our chance to find him.
I can do the reconnaissance in my vapor form. There's no need for the rest of you to.
You're not authorized to transform. We see what we see on a drive-by during the day and go home.
No, we find out for sure if he's there, then we maintain our position until reinforcements arrive. That's not the plan General Dalton authorized. I don't have to get authorization from him. We can't risk losing Johann again once we found him.
This plan ups the risk quotient beyond an acceptable level.
Why are you saying this? How can it be so dangerous? We can't even watch from another building.
Or do we say we can even watch? No, we can't even. Because of what happened in Canada.
To Deborah. Deborah wasn't the only casualty. We lost over 50 operatives there. Then he is an army now. No, her team was disintegrated around her. All of them except her. There weren't even bodies to retrieve. What do you mean by disintegrated? From the corner of my eye, I see Dusty's pained expression. It troubles me to continue pressing for details in front of him, but I realize just how little I know about Johann now.
He has some kind of weapon that incinerates everything in a large area. We're talking thousands of degrees. Some of the scorched ground had turned to glass.
That doesn't make any sense. The point is, we underestimated him before, and people died. It's not safe to stake out his factory.
Then what's the point of even going there?
Randy, Sarah. They bristle at my saying their first names. You must be more flexible about me using my powers. Sarah stiffens. I could go into the factory. I could find out where they're taking people. I could gather all the information we need without risk to any of your lives. And then you drift away and we're on the hook for losing you?
He could fly away right now. There's a hotel. He has all the support he needs to escape. Why would he wait until we're in a different country?
Silence follows his logical assertion. Dusty's momentum builds.
The whole point of bringing him is so that he can help. Let him help. I'm not worried about him turning to vapor. I'm worried about Johann doing that or whatever he does to keep getting away. I want to end this. We have a lead. He doesn't know we're coming. Let's find him and hang on to him until we can launch another strike. And when he uses the weapon again?
I could search for that and disable it. You don't know what you're looking for. No one's seen it. The flames came out of nowhere. That hideous thought that Johann had consumed so much blood. He had new power, surfaces, and then dissipates. No, it's unheard of. It must be some new modern mortal weapon. All the more reason for me to infiltrate his base and gather information.
Okay, so in my report, I'm going to say that we're staking out Johann's factory. Allowing Thalos to go off by himself is missed, and we're not coming back once we find Johann as ordered.
Anything else to add to our court-martial transcripts? Don't include our plan in your report. We haven't done any of that yet. Who knows what we'll find in Jakarta. Don't get Dalton on my ass before I even got in there. Yes, sir. Because he might talk some sense into you? Randy! You need to think this through. This isn't how we operate. And we keep losing him. Now he's up the stakes. We can't let him get away. And I know what this means to you. It's just putting our lives in the hands of a vampire, especially this vampire, goes against everything we stand for. Desperate times requires I trust Thalos. Sarah stops typing. It's become so quiet you can hear the hum of electricity through the walls. The trust was already there, unspoken and illicit. He put it in words, not just before me, but in front of his operatives, and I'm stricken to my core. For the first time, he's acknowledged the nature of our alliance. I can't help but become sentimental. I want to let my hope for us renew, but I dare not. I refuse to expose myself to more excruciating rejection. Randy takes a deep breath and joins Sarah on the side of her bed. I'm grateful he stopped arguing. Dusty questions his choices enough without their lack of faith. Yes, I've become protective of him. He turns to me but avoids my eyes. Don't make me regret it. I promise I won't, Dusty. He nods absently, as though my proclamation were unnecessary.
Well, we're getting closer to unbuttoning those pants. But that is where I'm going to end this episode, guys. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Vampire Slave. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Vampire Slave. So last time,
after that, we went to bed. In the scant hours, it was morning, and we were on a plane far less pleasant than the jet we'd taken previously. The need for a fast flight meant riding coach. Can you imagine the horror? Me, an eternal vampire, riding coach. Oh Lord. I tried to put aside my growing discomfort and focus on the big picture. But then we were stuck in traffic for an hour and a half. I was now sticky with sweat and painfully ravenous. I wish I'd forced Kasim to give me more blood when I had the chance.
Brand Hotel. Okay.
We managed to find a lodging in the Namapalsu district, not far from the factory. But only a single room with 2 queens was available.
What? Are we gonna have to, like, sleep with Dusty on the bed right next to the 2 agents sleeping together? I don't know about this.
I refused to let the thought of sharing a bed with Dusty germinate in my mind. There was no purpose to add to my displeasure. Obviously, I was destined to sleep on the floor.
I'm ordering dinner.
Oh, good, yes. Order me 3 sparkling waters. I'm dying of thirst. So am I.
F off. Come on, guys. I can be thirsty too. Wait a second here. This does not look like the, This does not look anything like Indonesia. Then again, do I know what Indonesia looks like? It doesn't look like it.
Dusty, close the balcony door. You're letting the heat in.
Looks like Japan. Looks like someone bought their backgrounds from some Japanese background bundle. I can see the factory from here. You can? Oh, just a sec. That must be our food.
There's no view of the streets.
Yeah, but see through the windows? The factory's still in operation.
A familiar scent wafts to my nostrils, making my mouth water.
The scent of Johan's little pussy? Is that it?
I smell blood, Dusty.
Yeah, from the factory. Good evening, sir, madam.
Oh, good, my water.
Lamb flambe.
Time seemed to slow as the nightmare unfurled. First, I realized the stench of blood was coming from the hotel corridor. Next, I recognized the man's voice. Flambe? We didn't order. Get behind me! Randy, Sarah, get away from...
Ah! Oh my god. Fuck. My earphones have not been in the entire time, so none of the audio from the game's coming through. So the music and the sound of that fire. Oh, god, maybe it's a good thing you didn't hear that. Lord, that was awful. Let's hear that again. Ugh. Alright, no. Ah! Oh! Is that him? No! Oh, he has the booty, though? Huh? Why does this elder vampire eldritch mess have such a booty? Hello? Hello? I don't feel comfortable with this. I can't fly fast enough while carrying Dusty. My legs are seared. I dodge a fireball as big as a cauldron, but it clips my wings. We're falling. I mean, he has cake for days. Falling. Ooh, crap. I'm just gonna have to connect this to the last video. I'm gonna have to connect this to the last video because this has only been 5 minutes since I started this recording session. Oh gods. Anyway, thank you all for watching Vampire Slave. I have to go record something else now. But as I've said before, please, look in the description. Check out the Kickstarter, play the demo for yourself, the Chapter 1 for yourself. It's not technically a demo. But play it for yourself. And, yeah. Bye, guys.